If you put, 100K into a down payment on a $500,000 home, okay, you're going to leverage 5x. You're going to make 5 times as much money on the appreciation of your real estate than you would at the stock market if they both, assuming they both had the same growth rate, like 5, 6, 7%. Okay. So, that is strong motivation to get into the real estate market. So, you know, now how do we, get our foot in the door and progress to getting your dream home? Okay. This is, ultimately what you want is to start climbing the ladder, we call this. So you start small, but think big. In 5, 10 years, you can be up into your dream home just through the equity and appreciation, okay, that you get. And then after 5, 10 years, you can sell, trade up,
Hello,
build,
everyone.
build up
Sorry.
your equity again, sell, trade up, build up your equity again. So you can do this, for self-use, for owner occupied, where you get the best appreciation, or you could do this, even with multifamily investment properties. So this example here, is a really good example because it shows. Let me see if I can get my pointer here. It shows, you start small with a starter condo, like a 2 bedroom, 1 bath. You know, 5 years later, it's appreciated at 4%. You bought it at 325. Now it's at 395. Okay, you got 70K appreciation out of that, right? Plus you're paying down the loan, you got this equity, you go ahead and sell it. We forgot to mention that if you're going through an agency, there's a 6% commission. So you do have to pay out 24K to get into your next property. That would be like, let's say, a 3 bedroom, 2 bath townhome. So you do the same thing again. You buy and hold. You sit on it for 10 years. It appreciates. You get 10 years, you got 275K out of it. You do the same thing. You've been paying off your loan. Now you got this real big equity, 10 times the equity you had when you started here. Here you made a 32K down payment. 15 years later, you're up at 325K. Okay, so 15 years later, your equity has gone up an order of magnitude 10 times. Okay, now you can use this equity to get yourself up into your dream home. Okay, like a 4 bedroom, 3 bath. Okay, so this is the most tried and true strategy. So, I implore you to look at this, climbing the housing ladder, get your foot in the door, whatever it takes. If you're a first time buyer, get that starter home, and in 10, 15 years, 20 years, you'll be up to your dream home. Okay, this is guaranteed. All right. And all this information, all these slides are available. Just contact me or MC, and we'll certainly be happy to share this with you and discuss this with you in more detail. So now the variations on that theme. Okay, we showed owner occupied. Okay, but you look at alternative one, there's really no reason why you can't do this with rental property either. Now you're getting cash flow at the same time you're building equity. And when you sell it, you can do a 1031 exchange and avoid, the capital gains. All right. You can go ahead and trade up. You can do this again. Okay. Over and over again. You can repeat this as many times as you want until you get into a much larger apartment complex, 10 to 20 units. Right. Now, there's also a combination of owner occupied, living in them and renting them, or then renting them. Okay. Obviously, while you're living in your property, you should be looking for opportunities to put in ADUs, max out the development, max out your square footage, put other rental units on that property. When you get comfortable, you got some good rent flow going. You can move on, you can turn it into a rental property. Now you get cash flow and you're building equity. And now, if you lived in the property for the last 2 out of 5 years, you're eligible for the capital gains exclusion. Plus, if you've been renting it as an income property for the last 2 years, you also get the 1031. So in this case, you actually get both. You get the tax deferred exchange, plus you get the capital gains exclusion. Okay, so this is kind of a variations on the theme on climbing the housing ladder. This is tried and true. This is definitely a very bona fide way of getting yourself building wealth in the real estate market. Okay, add this to your portfolio of investments by far. So what I really wanted to talk about today is kind of the key takeaways. Okay, we've been on this for a couple months now. I'm going to kind of finish it off, and I kind of want you to sit back and look at this, and then at the very end here, I'm going to throw out, TJ's pearls of wisdom, the 15 keys to success that we'll talk about, and we'll wrap it up with that. Okay, so if I was getting into the real estate market, into real estate business, and wanted to build up a portfolio, I would start buying targeted properties. Okay. Be selective, look for the best opportunities, look for the best deals. If you're a do-it-yourselfer looking to distress properties, if you want to flip or if you want to renovate, so specifically for single family residences, I would be looking for deep lots that you could potentially do a SB9 and split, subdivide the lot, put a duplex on each. Okay. Look for those deep lots, or look for lots that have frontage on at least on two sides, like a corner lot has frontage on two sides of the property. So if you will, you could put a second driveway in, and you could build a second unit in the back that would be completely private, have its own driveway. Okay. Or a alley lot that has frontage in the front and frontage in the back. Okay, you have easy access, on both sides. Look for those targeted properties, and then same with the multifamily. Get yourself a duplex or a fourplex. Sunnyvale allows you to build as many ADUs as you already have existing units. So if you already have a duplex, you could build 2 ADUs. If you have a fourplex, you can build 4 ADUs, right? But you can't build them unless you got room to expand. Okay. So, once again, look for those large lots with a duplex or a fourplex on it, because, you definitely want to have the potential and the room to grow. And, eventually you will do that. And that is something that I specialize in, is doing the plans, the concept design, talking with the city, seeing what's allowable, working it into a reasonable site plan and proposed plan. Okay. And floating that by the city. The ADU guidelines and the SB9 are focused mostly on urban areas. I mean, they want you to be kind of centralized, not out in the suburbs. If you're close to transit, i.e. public transit, bus, Caltrain, they will waive any additional parking on your site if you're within a quarter mile. So again, this is great. So when you're building those ADUs and you're within a quarter mile of any type of public transportation, it waives the building extra parking. Okay. And parking can take up a lot of room, right? So this is a great waiver. Okay. Something you should take advantage of, right? And if you're going to be working on your properties, try to get something close to Home Depot or Lowe's, because I've had occasions where I'm in and out of Home Depot or Lowe's 3 or 4 times a day. Okay, so it can get a little frustrating. So if you want to minimize your drive, maximize your efficiency, make sure you're close to the home building store, so you can get your product, your materials, etc., like that. Properties to avoid, okay, where they have stricter building requirements and special conditions. Obviously, number one is historic districts. Okay, historic districts, they might look nice. They're antique homes, they're heritage properties, but the city has additional requirements on those as far as maintaining them and keeping the look-alike in the neighborhood, with the same theme of the neighborhood. So it's typically harder to develop historic properties. Same with flood zones and geohazard, mudslide zones, fire zones, wildlife zones. Okay, I would stay away from these properties if you're really looking at developing them and maxing them out. You're just going to create yourself extra headaches. Okay, so like I said, being in an urban area, find some flat lots that are out of a flood zone, and look for those corner or deep lots, or alley lots, and then maintain a mixed portfolio of investment properties. Max each one of those out. Take your single family homes and build those ADUs. Okay, and those ADUs now can be converted to condos. All right, and you can sell them separately. SB9 allows you to do lot splits. You can take one lot, turn it into 2 lots, and put a duplex on each. Okay, so now you got a fourplex going on 2 separate lots, and you can sell those separately. Or as I said, the multifamily, you can add, San Jose allows you to add up to 3 units on a multifamily, and Sunnyvale lets you go up to a maximum of 8. Okay, so there's real potential there for developing your property and maxing them out. Okay, I would certainly strongly encourage that. So, different techniques. You can buy and hold, which is probably 90% of what people do with real estate. They buy and hold. They can live in it or rent it out or do both. If you have, ADUs, you can sell your existing property, or you can sell those condos separately. You can do your lot split and sell each one of those lots separately. And as I said, if you take advantage of living in the property for the last 2 out of 5 years before you sell it, you're eligible for that capital gains exclusion, tax exclusion, which is 250K or 500K if you're married, right? Plus, you can do the 1031 exchange and you can defer your taxes. So you can basically just keep trading up tax free. Okay. So again, this is head and shoulders above any other type of investment in the stock market, et cetera. Real property is a tangible property. You can use it as collateral. You can leverage it, and you can get loans against it. You can loan against it. Okay. So, and you can keep doing this trade up concept that we talked about, right? Before we go on to those little pearls of wisdom, California state legislation has become very generous in providing these new ADU guidelines, okay, through the Home Act here. Take advantage of it. We're kind of in a golden opportunity in the state of California here, where there's a housing crisis. They're trying to do whatever they can to create housing, extra housing, because there's a very, short supply and high demand. And if everybody built a backyard home, the number of homes or rentals would double. Okay, I mean, it would definitely solve the housing crisis. So they're becoming very proactive and pro-development. Okay, so the beauty of this mandatory is this: if you're following all the ADU guidelines, the city cannot say no. You don't have to go through these lengthy design reviews and present at the city council meetings your project and justify this to all your neighbors and everybody. Okay, mandatory means that this is not discretionary. They cannot turn it down. If you're following all the guidelines, you're good. Okay, and they allow, like I said, up to 3 ADUs on a single family home. You can do a detached or an attached. You can do a conversion, or you can do a junior ADU. The state allows up to 800 square feet for each one of these ADUs, and 500 square feet for a junior ADU. The junior ADUs do have deed restrictions, and they do require owner occupancy. But you could take a single family home, build 2 ADUs plus a junior ADU, and now you're up to a fourplex. Okay, that's just amazing. And that's what the government wants. That's what the California wants, okay, to help solve this housing crisis. So they're becoming very pro-development. So in fact, they even passed another Assembly Bill 1033 that allows you to convert your ADUs to condos. Okay, so this is amazing. I confirmed this with San Jose. They will allow you to take your ADUs and convert them to condos, and you can sell them separately. So if you get yourself a nice property, with a nice big lot, and you're willing to put in the time and the effort to build and develop, these ADUs, you could basically take a single family home and turn it into a fourplex. The main home, 2 ADUs and a junior ADU. You're up to a fourplex, right? If you don't want the junior ADU, you don't want to live there, fine. Do a triplex. Do 3 units on a single family lot. Okay, so this is just amazing. Now, what about multifamily? Okay, multifamily, the San Jose and the state allows you to add up to 3 ADUs minimum. And as I said, working with my city here, Sunnyvale, they allow the number of ADUs to be equal to the number of units plus 1. So if you have a fourplex, they'll let you do like 4 detached ADUs plus 1 conversion ADU. Let's say if you have a big carport or garage or something that you want to convert, they allow that too. Okay, so you can see they're being very generous, very pro-development. Take advantage of these new, state legislation. I would certainly strongly encourage that if you're, looking to max out your property and get the best return on your investment. Now, there's also something called Senate Bill 9. Okay, this is Senate Bill 9 has 2 provisions. Okay, one is a lot split. Okay, if you adhere to the 60-40 split, you can't go beyond that. They target 50-50 split. They'd like to see, even size lots, okay, equal size lots. Okay, but they will go up to a 60-40 split, which means if you have a big lot and you have a home up in the front, chances are really good you're gonna have room, to build an ADU or a second home in the back and adhere to the 60-40 split. Shouldn't be a problem. So the second provision is they allow you to do a duplex on each lot. Okay. So you can basically start with one lot, one home on it, divide the lot. Now you have two lots and put a duplex on each. Now you have 4 units. Okay. And these duplexes are full up homes. Okay. They don't adhere to the ADU requirements of 800 square feet. You can build a full blown, home in the back, or if you subdivide the lot, right? So there also is an owner occupancy requirement for 3 years. So, you do have to take note of that. But 3 years is really not a lot of time. Okay. And there's also another Senate Bill 10, which allows you to build up to 10 units on a single family lot. But I confirmed with San Jose, they do not participate, but maybe other cities do. And they streamline the process by waiving the environmental review. Environmental reviews can take a year or two, and they can be a big roadblock, okay, to you developing your project. They completely waive the environmental reviews, okay, which again is really a great time and cost savings. If you really want to get into developing, like urban, lots that are fairly large size, half acre or something like that, you can easily get 10 units on it. Okay. Something else then now we didn't talk too much about are prefabbed and pre-approved homes. Okay. San Jose is definitely encouraging the use of prefab, pre-manufactured, and pre-approved homes. Okay. If you already have a pre-approved homes, and I found something like 300 of them on the San Jose site. Okay, there's a bunch of companies out there that have already taken their ADUs, they've ran it through the city, they've gotten all their plans approved. So now all you need to do is take the footprint of that home and put it on your existing site plan, which is something I can do for you, and fold that in then with the builders plans, detailed construction plans for the home. San Jose claims that they can streamline this permitting process and get you permits in the same day. Okay, so that is amazing. Okay, I would really like to test metal on that. Okay, so if anybody wants to do an ADU in their backyard and use the pre-approved home, I'm all for it. I'll jump right in there and help you to the best of my ability and see if we can get San Jose to beat an approval record. We'll hold them to it. See if they can actually give you your permits in one day, same day. Okay, that would just be incredible. Anyway, so yeah, these prefab, pre-approved homes, they're excellent for detached ADUs where you have, plenty of room around in your property, large lot, or for affordable home parks, because obviously the housing crisis this is a big social political issue, is affordable housing crisis, et cetera. And it really is true. The prefab, pre-approved homes would definitely be much faster, cheaper, simpler. Okay, you don't need a whole construction crew out there. All you got to do is some excavation and put in a foundation and stub out your utilities, from the street to the home, and you're good. Really streamline the process.
I have a question for you, TJ.
Sure.
Do you know where we can buy the prefab?
Yeah, yeah. There's many companies that will build them according to the pre-approved homes. But if you specifically want to look at mobile homes, prefabbed homes that are typical mobile homes, but if you put them on a foundation, it's considered, it's code. It meets code. It's actually a livable home that is the same as building it, same construction standards. So the closest prefab manufacturers to the office in San Jose is Alliance and Advantage Homes, and both Alliance and Advantage Homes are on Monterey.
I know them. I have another question. For example, I have a home, right? And I have a big lot. Now I want to buy that manufacturing home and put it in my lot for as an ADU. So what is the first step? I will have to get a pre-approval first, or I go buy the mobile home first, and then I do the pre-approval for the lot, whatever. Can you give me like a procedure?
Right. So the first thing I would do is, like I said, contact me. I do a no-cost feasibility study. I will, come out there and do a site survey. I will generate on the computer, existing site plan. Okay, once you have the existing site plan with all the existing structures and all the existing property lines, and you got that drawing done, it's just a single sheet. Then from that existing site plan, then you create a proposed site plan based on one of those prefabbed or pre-approved homes. You put that footprint down on the proposed and show where the utilities and stuff are going to be and stubbed out. And then you go and you present that to the city. And if it's actually one of their pre-approved homes, which I said they have a long list of them already on their website, okay, they will most likely give you the thumbs up and say, okay, go ahead, finish your plans, work with the builder that already has the pre-approved plans for the construction of the home. Okay. If you don't want to go through one of those pre-approved vendors, if you will, dealers, you could just do one of those prefab homes, like a pre-manufactured home. Okay, they don't even build it on site. They'll bring it. They'll bring it out there on a truck, and if they have to, they'll bring a crane and they'll pick it up and put it right over the existing home in the backyard.
So here, I my question again. Okay, I think I asked this question for myself and for others. Okay, so TJ, I contact you today. Say, TJ, I have a big lot in my backyard, and I want to I want to buy a prefab home in the one of the mobile home, manufacturing home in San Jose to put in my backyard.
Right.
So you said you're gonna come to my house, so we set an appointment, you come, you look at it, you go home, you put everything on in your computer, and then you go to the city, get approved for me, and then after that, we can just go buy the manufacturing home and bring it home, and you're gonna create the foundation, you're gonna put that home for me, everything. Is that
Yes.
correct? And how
Yeah.
long does it take the whole process from A to Z?
Well, I would say, the design phase and getting everything approved, assuming the prefab homes or the pre-approved homes already come with their construction drawings, which I believe they do. That's why they're pre-approved. The city has already looked at the construction drawings and they've already approved them. Now, like I said, all you got to do is put that footprint on you know where it's going to be, and make sure you meet all the setbacks and height requirements, and you got access to the utilities and stuff. So I would say you could probably go through the process of getting your permits in probably like a month. And most of that is probably just sitting on somebody's desk at the city, not really putting the plans together, but, the city just takes their time to look at these things. But if you would use one of their pre-approved homes and plans, they claim they can do it in the same day. Okay, so we should test that out. Now, as far as the manufactured homes, from talking with the dealers, Alliance and Advantage, they're actually doing a good business. They can be actually up to 6 months out to deliver your prefabbed home. Okay, it's still, so it's still shorter than building, doing custom, construction, building from the ground up. Okay, it's still a shorter time frame going with a prefab. And meanwhile, while you're waiting for them to build the prefab, you can go ahead and start doing your foundation and start running your utilities and get that all stubbed out. So when they come out there, they drop it down, and within a matter of days, they're done.
Mm.
They hook everything up, they button it up, they put it on the foundation, screw it down, and in a couple of days they're out. So the long pole in the tent in getting a prefabbed home, a pre-manufactured home, okay, is waiting for the manufacturer, and I believe they are like 6 months out.
I
Okay,
see.
it's becoming much more popular.
Now I have another question. Okay, TJ. I already have my ADU drawn and approve everything.
Right.
If I go, okay, now I have it drawn already. So I have to go to Alliance, for example, say, I want you to build this home for me, right?
Yeah.
I can request them to do that, right?
They will not build from the ground up. That defeats the purpose, right?
Oh,
They have a catalog of homes of different sizes. And they pretty much can accommodate any size. I mean, they can go anywhere from, a single wide is maybe 12, 13 feet wide, up to a double wide is like 21, 22, 23 feet wide, up to a triple wide, you're up to 30 to 35 feet. And then the length can be anywhere from 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 feet. So they're actually very versatile and very flexible, on the floor plans and the footprints.
But my is just 1,200 square feet.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. You can, yes, they have 3 bedroom, 2 bath, around 1,200 square feet. Yes.
but
Or
mine is a 2 bedroom, 2 bath.
yeah, or a 2 bedroom, 2 bath, right? Or a 2 bedroom, 2 bath, or a three. I could probably squeeze a 3 bedroom, 2 bath into 1,200 square feet if I was doing a, design from scratch.
But
But
because it's already designed, it already permit. So I can go for to Alliance, say, hey, I want you to build to make this for me, and then
uh,
would they do that?
no, no, Alliance is not going to come out and build a custom home, to your plans, to your blueprint. They have a catalog of homes.
But in
Okay.
that case, then what do I do? If I change my mind, I don't want to build a new home by myself. I want to buy a manufacturing home. In
That's
this
right.
case, I'm gonna go to Alliance, ordering the 1,200 square feet that they
That,
have, whatever,
that's right.
and
Yes.
I need to go back to the city, get a new approval.
Yes. I mean, if you're changing, the home, yes, you would have to go back and get approved. I mean, if you haven't done any construction or anything, I mean, that's not the big expense. The big expense is the home. I
No, we
mean,
haven't done anything yet. But the thing is, how long does it take when I get a pre-approval approval again? Like because now the home has changed.
right. I would say at a minimum, you're probably still looking at a month, unless, like I said, that's for a prefab manufactured home that is built in the factory by Alliance or Advantage. They have a catalog of homes, but their catalog of prefab homes are not necessarily pre-approved homes for San Jose. The pre-approved homes I'm talking about are actually different builders that actually have a catalog of their own homes that they've already ran by the city and they've already gotten the plans are pre-approved. When I say pre-approved, I'm talking about pre-approved plans, building plans. So I would look at the pre-approved homes first, okay, before I would go to Alliance or Advantage and see if one of those pre-approved homes fit within your footprint, your buildable area. Okay. I would, if time is of essence and you want to streamline the process, definitely go for a pre-approved. Okay. If you have a little more luxury of time, then you can go look at, Alliance or Advantage at their prefabbed, pre-manufactured homes that they build in the factory and then they put them on a truck and bring them out.
So
Okay.
what you're saying is the prefab is not the same as pre-approved because the pre-approved is the home and the prefab is just like a mobile home.
Yeah. So let's call the prefab like pre-manufactured, like prefabricated is what fab means. They're prefabricated, they're pre-manufactured. Let's call that your typical mobile home. And if you take it off of the jacks or the stilts and you put it on a foundation, it's considered, meets the building code. You're good. It's a bona fide home, and they look like it. The pre-approved homes come with pre-approved plans, meaning the plans are already pre-approved. Okay, so San Jose claims you can, do that in one day. Okay, so I would really like to test that. The prefabricated or the pre-manufactured homes, yes, you're still going to have to run through the city, okay, to get the approval on that. But I'm assuming, these pre-manufactured homes, they all have their own construction drawings, okay, and you should just be able to wrap that, throw that behind your site plan with your proposed site plan, and you should be good. And the city will probably sit on it for a month looking at it. But I think that's the difference. Prefab probably takes a month to get approved. Pre-approved plans, they say, takes only one day.
That's cool. That's cool. Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I
Thank
mean,
you.
I think this is definitely the way to go. I mean, I think you could almost build a business case, where you could go get land and start developing it and put up your own, village or community or, of pre-approved homes, and it would be fast, 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 or prefabbed homes, and it's fast, fast, fast.
I wonder if the pre-approved home is more expensive than the prefab.
It could be. I haven't priced them out, because they are pre-approved. They might say, "Oh, we're going to slap an extra 10,000 onto it because it's already pre-approved. We already know we're saving you a lot of time." You
Right.
know, I don't know what their business model is, but there are a bunch of builders that do have pre-approved homes. And if you want me to, I can take you to that website. It's in this presentation if you want me to go find it.
It's okay. Go ahead. Move on to the next
Okay,
next
okay, yeah,
topic. Yeah.
we can move on. So if you're interested, like I said, it is actually in this presentation halfway through. I talked about the pre-approved homes. I give the website. I tell you how many they are, so you can go look for yourself and
Okay.
decide if, how cool they look. Okay, and see if one of these kind of meet your needs. The pre-manufactured homes, they already have a catalog of homes that they build, and deliver all the time. But like I said, they're probably about 6 months out, just because of their backlog. Like I said, pre-manufactured, prefab homes are, becoming more popular than building custom homes, from the ground up. That takes a lot of time and money. Okay, custom homes are expensive. You're going to be probably be paying three, four, $500 a square foot. Prefab homes, $150 will get you the base model. $200 per square foot will get you the deluxe model with all the granite, all the tile, all the marbling. I mean, everything. Just they're beautiful homes, and you're only going to probably pay like $200 a square foot, which is definitely cheaper than building from the ground up.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so it's a good thing. It's a I mean, like I said, I mean, we could get together and talk, build a business case on that, just for investing in that itself. I think that's kind of the future. I think that's kind of up and coming. So, okay, let's get to TJ's little pearls of wisdom here. Okay, my 15 keys to success. Okay, and then we're going to wrap up the basic investment class here on this note. And once again, I just want to keep repeating, these notes are available. I have them, MC has them. So, these are available. It's public domain. There's nothing proprietary here. So, you can use this at liberty. And there's a lot of great information packed into this chart deck here. So ask myself or MC and we can send you the PDF file. Okay. Here's TJ's 15 keys to success. Okay. And this is basically learning by 30 years of experience that I have been in the real estate business. Okay. So, it might not fit everybody, but, this is how I achieved my success in real estate and building my wealth in real estate. Okay. So, number one, do your homework, do the research. Knowledge is so key. That's exactly why I put this investment briefing together. Okay. I'm trying to share the love and I want to share the knowledge. I want everybody to be on the same page so you don't have to go through 30 years of experience of, the school of hard knocks. Okay. Go through these presentation, look at it, study it. I got some, great suggestions here for you for keys to success. All right. So, homework, do your homework, do the research. Okay. So important. Knowledge is so important, help you to make good decisions, better decisions, based on information. Sometimes your gut feeling, helps too, but, research. And obviously in real estate, like they say, everything's location, 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 right? Know the area, know the schools, know where the shopping districts are, know where the jobs are, know what the commute traffic patterns are, know where the crime is, et cetera, so, know your location. Okay. And then the goals. Tailor an investment plan or a trade up plan to your budget. Okay. And also your risk tolerance. Some investments are a little more high risk. Some investments maybe get more appreciation. There's many things to factor when you take into, what your goals are. Are you going to, buy and hold? Are you going to buy and flip? Short term? Are you going to, start building ADUs and start renting them out, become a landlord? What meets your, risk tolerance and your budget. Obviously, the simplest, as I demonstrated, was just a simple climbing the housing ladder, starting at the bottom and keep trading up until you're into your dream home, or at least a home that you're happy with and you're going to stay there. Okay. I mean, you don't have to do anything. Time is on your side, right? Okay. You need to know a little bit about math and cost benefit, right? Make sure the numbers work. Make sure you run the numbers. Okay. Don't get yourself over your head. Okay. Bookkeeping, You got to learn how to do a little bit of accounting, keep good records, basic cash flow, what your sources of income are and what your expenses are. In rental property, you can write off all your expenses as well as the tax consequences. The depreciation, the tax depreciation is like 4%, okay, a year. And if your cap rate is only 4%, well, then your depreciation itself offsets your income, and you're at a net zero. Okay, you're not paying taxes. You need to understand these things. Okay, you need to understand the tax benefits and the tax consequences. And once I get off of this investment workshop here, I'm gonna do my taxes, and I'm gonna put together a presentation next on tax benefits and consequences. Okay, so stay tuned. It's very important. Also, if you're a handy dandy man or woman and you want to do it yourself, and YouTube now is loaded with do it yourself videos, learn how to repair and maintain and remodel yourself. Okay, you will save yourself a bucket of money. Okay, and then the same thing goes with an owner builder. I don't know if anybody knows it or realizes it, but anybody who's an owner, okay, they can do their own design, they can pull their own permits, and they can build it themselves. Okay, you do not need to be a general contractor. Okay, whatever property you have and you own, it's yours, and you can be the owner builder. Okay, obviously saving on the labor costs is horrendous. Okay, you're not going to save a bucket of money, you're going to save like a bucket of gold nuggets. Okay, I mean, you're going to save an incredible amount of money if you're comfortable, you know, building yourself, your own home, doing all your own plumbing and doing all your own trades. Okay. So, that's another food for thought there, depending on how involved you want to be. Active investor, passive investor, that's part of your risk tolerance and part of your budget. If you got money to throw away, then go ahead, have somebody else do it. And then there's something there I call it crack deals. I know when I presented this before, somebody said, well, what are crack deals? Okay, we ain't talking about, anything to do in the drug industry or anything. We're talking about deals that fall through the cracks. Okay, and this is how I've made most of my real estate purchases, looking for short sales, looking for foreclosures, looking for auctions, looking for distressed properties, tax sales. Sometimes you got to get creative. Okay, and you got to search, far and wide. I don't know if those deals are out there as much as they used to be in the past because the Bay Area market here is so hot. Okay. Foreclosure rate, was probably at 10%, when we had the Great Recession, around 2010, 11, 12, but that isn't the case. The national average foreclosure percentage is usually like 1, 2, 3%. Okay. It's very low. Okay. But occasionally, they do pop up, and there are tax sales and there are auctions, and, there are creative ways to get yourself into, a piece of property, through unconventional means, if you will, not going through the MLS and a broker's office. So patience, okay? Time is on your side. I've said this many times. Appreciation is a function of time, pretty much a linear function of time. So the longer you wait, you sit on your home, the more valuable it is, the more it goes up in appreciation, and also gives you more time on the learning curve, to learn more about real estate and about, maintenance and repairs and designing and building homes. And obviously, the number one key to real estate is leverage. Okay. You can't buy stocks with leverage. You got to buy them with cash. Okay. With real estate, you leverage. You put a small little down payment on, and the bank looks at the property and says, yeah, okay, this looks reasonable. It falls within our risk tolerance. We'll go ahead and make the loan on that. Basically, could be anywhere from 100 to 90 to 80% loan. Okay, that you're getting money from the bank. And as you pay that loan down, your appreciation goes up and your equity goes up, and you keep paying that loan off, and your equity just keeps growing and growing and growing. And your equity is something that you own. Okay, the bank doesn't own it. They own the promissory note. Okay, they got a trust deed on your property. Okay, that's what they own. You promise to pay them back. But meanwhile, the equity belongs to you. It's your equity. And the beauty of equity is it's almost as good as cash. Okay. I mean, you can cash out your equity on your home and move on to your next investment. You don't even have to sell the home if you don't want to trade up. you can still do equity lines of credit and stuff like this, and MC can help you out on that. So, patience, patience, patience. Okay. And don't quit your day job. Typically you need documented income to keep borrowing money, unless you're going to put huge down payments, 25, 30, 40, 50% down, then you'll do the no qual loans. Okay. But, if you're like most people and you want to put as little down as possible, you're going to have documented incomes, 2 years of tax returns, recent paycheck stubs, etc. MC can help you out with all that. So, don't quit your day job until you're ready, until you think you got enough, rental income or cash flow going, or, some other source of income. Okay. Or you're willing to do undocumented loans. Typically you might pay a little higher interest on those. Okay. Getting to your credit, maintain a really good credit history, pay off your debt, pay off your loans consistently, be very consistent, about your credit. You don't buy the car first. You don't get yourself in car debt. You always buy the house first. Okay. People sometimes do this backwards. They go out and buy this, big, beautiful, brand new, expensive car. Well, guess what? You go try to qualify for a home loan and they take that debt right off the top. They take that monthly payment right off the top. So, don't rack up $1 million monthly payment on a car before you go buy your home. Okay. That's just, common sense. Keep your FICO score, up there as high as possible. 700 plus, I think, would make pretty much any lender happy. So keep pushing your FICO score up so you can get that loan. There's something called an active investor versus a passive investor. An active investor is somebody who is actively involved with almost every aspect of their investment. Okay, like me. Okay, I'm an active investor. This is, the school of hard knocks. This is what I learned by, investing in the properties and maintaining them and managing them, myself. Okay, so I kind of learned what to do, what not to do, what to look out for, what not to look out for, etc. And something I'll talk about in the next workshop on tax benefits is the IRS actually even has a classification called a real estate active investor. They call it a real estate professional, okay, which basically removes the cap on any of your passive losses. So you can write off any loss you want. Okay, so this is how the rich get richer. They become active investors. They hold a lot of real estate. So we'll talk about that more in the tax benefits. And like I said, right up front, start small, get your foot in the door, get that 1 bedroom condo if that's all you can afford at the time, but think big, right? Be patient, time is on your side again, persevere, and use due diligence, pays off. And, if you just wait 5, 10 years, you can trade up and start climbing that housing ladder and keep doing that over and over again, for self-use, comfort of home, or for rental property, rental income. Okay, so start small, think big. Okay, anybody can do it. Get your foot in the door. Get that first property, be that the first time home buyer. Okay, so I'll get off my soapbox now. That's my little pearls of wisdom. So, if you have any questions or anything, MC, please throw them at me. Otherwise, yeah, you want me to quit sharing?
Yeah, I think I did, right? I did. Can
Oh,
you
oh, you
quit
did?
sharing? Can
Oh,
you quit sharing though? Can you quit sharing? Okay, you did. Okay, cool. So okay, so thank you, DJ, for all the key to success for real estate investment. That's amazing. And everybody, DJ shared with all of you his 30 years of real estate investment experience. He has so much to share, and all the thing he shared is helping you to expand your real estate investment in another term, making a lot of money for yourself if you learn from him and you do what he said. I I think you will be very happy 5 year, 10 year, 20 years later. And if you need to watch this again, you can always watch it again. And if you want to share this video to your friends and family, you are welcome to, because this is going to be gonna help everyone when either they own a home already or they never owned a home before. It's help both anyway, right, EJ?
yep. Yep, thank you all. I mean, of course, I have to put a caveat on here. This is not construed as legal advice or anything. Tax questions, see your accountant. I mean, that's just a typical, disclaimer. But if you need help, please come see me, myself, or MC. You need design, development help, want me to do a site survey, look at your property, look for opportunities where you could develop it out, max it out. If you're a first-time home buyer and you're looking for a good loan, talk to MC. Or if you just want to, get your equity out of your property and move on to the next one, talk to MC. She can help you in that regard.
Thank
And I think for my background, I use my business card in the back.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I think everybody can see my contact information.
Yeah, it's 408-214 1494. So 408-214-1494. If you
Yeah,
have any question regarding to like how to build an ADU, whether how to start it, like I ask question like I never have ADU built in any of my property. So I have no clue. So every time I ask TJ a question, he have the answer. So you can do the same. Call TJ, say, hey TJ, I don't even know where to start. My my lot is 12,000 square feet and I had nothing on it. It's just like right now it just really unused. It's a waste. So where do I start? Can you show me? I don't even know what to do. It's perfect time to call DJ.
correct,
He
correct.
have all the answer. He can lead you from A to Z. Or somebody you already thinking of doing a ADU for yourself, and you talk to someone and then someone give you some information that scare you and then you didn't want to move forward, you got scared because of some information and you're not even sure about, call TJ to verify if those information are correct or not. You can always ask TJ any question regarding to what you want to do with your property. And you see TJ have so much knowledge, and he also built his own ADU. He do from A to Z. He go to the county, talk to the people there. He know a lot of people there, so he can get things done faster, a lot faster than if you do it alone or you do it with someone else that not have the experience. So time is money. You want to work with somebody that have a lot of experience who already done that, so that they save you time. That means they save you money.
That's right.
And he has so much wisdom about real estate investment. He can look into your property and he will maximize your wealth just by looking at your property. So do not hesitate to call somebody like TJ, because he's gonna be helping you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, MC. So I really appreciate it. I mean, this has been so much fun. I mean, I've even learned so much, doing all this research and putting it all in one place. And it's a jackpot of information. And as she said, we're here to help you. We want to help you. We want to help you be successful. We want help you build your wealth in real estate. So please don't hesitate.
Okay, thank you, DJ, and I hope to have you come back again in another time. But this is the last episode of the real estate investment. So you might not see TJ on Voice of Pacificwide next week, but he will come back in the future. But again, every time you want to see TJ video, you can always go back to our YouTube, and our video is always there from ADU, the series of ADUs, and then our series of real estate investment.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have
So
more than 10 videos with TJ.
yeah, so my schedule I got a lot of projects on my plate here, so I don't think I'm going to actually be back till summer.
Oh,
You
I
see? So
yeah.
I think I mean, I'm available definitely for questions, consulting, one-on-one, whatever advice, site surveys, whatever I can do to help you out. I offer a no-cost feasibility study. It's no problem. But yeah, as far as putting together the next workshop on tax consequences and benefits, I think that's going to be kind of more in the summertime. Unfortunately, we might miss the April 15th deadline for, for
That's for
tax
next year
filing.
then. That's okay. They can
It's
wait.
coming up fast, so I got to do my taxes too.
Yeah, yeah. So busy next coming month. So thank you so much, TJ, again, and thank you everybody for watching. Again, if you need help in like ADU, how to do it, or you need to have any question regarding to building your property or construction, talk to TJ. And if you need money for your ADU, I'm a loan agent. I can help you to get refinance cash out or get your HELOC loan. If you worry about, oh, my income is not qualified for HELOC or cash out, no worry. I have loan programs for anyone. Even though your income doesn't show on paperwork for you to approve, to qualify, don't worry. I have loan programs just for you. Again, if you need help, call TJ or myself. TJ number 408-214-1494, 214-1494. My number is 408-393-2068. Bye-bye now. Thank you. Bye, TJ. Thank you
All
so much,
right. Thank
TJ.
you. All
Can't
right,
wait to see you
everybody.
again.
Good to
Okay,
see you.
TJ?
Yep. Likewise. And bye bye.